This is Scooter Showdown. Today, we are pitting 3 of the best 40-pound scooters in the $800 to $900 price range. On the left, coming in at 42 pounds and costing $799, we have the ultra-popular Segway Ninebot Max. In the middle, coming in at 39 pounds, costing $899, we have the ultra-comfortable Emove Touring. And on the right, also coming in at 39 pounds, costing $949, we have the feature-packed Apollo City. This showdown will consist of 9 rounds. Price, range, power, portability, ride quality, tires, build quality, safety, and service. By the end of this video, you'll know which one is right for you. Let's get ready for Scooter Showdown! Round 1. Price. All scooters come in between $800 and $950. The least expensive being the mass-produced Ninebot Max, followed by the Emove Touring, and then the Apollo City coming in at the top end. However, after the coupon codes, the Touring comes down to $836 and the City has $100 of free accessories included. Please see the video description for details. Winner, Ninebot Max. Round 2, range. While all 3 scooters have respectable range, the Ninebot Max really lives up to its moniker with the max amount of range at this price, an incredible 28.1 tested miles. You may wonder how this could be the case, as the Max has the smallest battery capacity and the City has the largest. This difference is mainly due to the differences in average speed for the 3 scooters, with the City being the fastest during the range test, while the Max was, by far, the slowest. For those that really care about battery type, the newest Touring has an updated LG battery, the Apollo City sports a Dynavolt, and the Max is generic. Winner, Ninebot Max. Round 3, power. All 3 contenders have a single rear-mounted hub motor. On paper, the Ninebot has the least powerful motor, while the City has the most powerful. But does this paper spec translate into real-world power? Well, yes. For the most part, it does. Acceleration, measured to 15 miles per hour, was won by the Apollo City, reaching cruising speed in 4.3 seconds, with the Touring very close behind. The Max was over 1 second slower. And while the Max does not reach 20 miles per hour, the City hit that mark the fastest in just 6.9 seconds, with the Touring nipping at the City's heels just 0.3 seconds slower. In our 200-foot, 10% grade hill climb, things were slightly reversed, with the Touring coming in as the winner with the fastest time and the City just 5% off that pace. The Max's 350-watt motor is just not able to keep up. Finally, top speed is very important to many riders, and in this test, the Apollo City was the fastest at 28.6 miles per hour, with the Touring close behind at 24 miles per hour. The Ninebot Max was by far the slowest of the bunch at 17.8 miles per hour. Winner, Apollo City. Round 4, portability. The weight of all scooters falls between 39 and 42 pounds. However, the folded dimensions really contribute to the overall portability, and this is where the Emove Touring and Apollo City shine over the Ninebot Max. The Ninebot Max is not really considered portable, as when compared to the City, it is over 10 inches taller, 3 inches longer, and a full 10 inches wider due to the non-folding handlebars. When folding the scooters, the Ninebot Max is by far the most simple, with just one element to fold. The other scooters have a smaller folded size due to folding handlebars and telescoping stems, but those items take longer to fold. When unfolded, the same thing applies, with the Max being the easiest and the other 2 scooters taking a bit longer. We think the folded size outweighs the ease of folding and unfolding, so we gave this round a tie between the Apollo City and the Emove Touring. Tie, Apollo City and Emove Touring. Round 5, ride quality. Nothing else much matters about a scooter if you don't like the ride quality. We gave the highest rating for suspension to the Emove Touring, and you can see why from the dual spring suspension on the front as well as a spring on the rear. The Apollo came in as a close second as the front suspension just doesn't do as well as the Touring. The Ninebot Max has no suspension. We will go deeper into the nuances of the tires in the next round, but when it comes to how the tire setups contribute to ride quality, the Ninebot Max is the best of the bunch, with the Apollo coming in second. If you've watched any of our videos, you'll know we much prefer a thumb throttle over a trigger style, especially on long rides. The Ninebot Max has the thumb throttle standard, while the Touring and City have this as a plug-and-play aftermarket accessory. When using the throttle, all three scooters have the ability to engage a cruise control mode. However, only the Ninebot Max has an audible alert when entering into this mode, which is extremely important. When riding, the larger the deck area, the more comfortable the ride. To this end, the Emove Touring has the longest deck by an inch over the competition, and the latest version of the Touring extends that an inch further. The Apollo City is a bit shorter, but makes it up in width. When riding off curbs, you'll want to make sure you have enough clearance to not scrape. The Emove Touring has an astounding 5 inches of deck clearance, with the City at a respectable 4 inches and the Max with only 3. You'll need to be a little careful when jumping off curbs on the Max. For heavier riders, the suspension of the Touring holds up as the best out of the 3, with the City close behind. And for taller riders, the handlebar height of the Touring is optimal as it extends the furthest. While you can make a solid argument for each of these 3 scooters to win the round, we would have to prioritize the deck length and amazing suspension of the Touring over the other ride quality factors. Winner, Emove Touring. Round 6, tires. Each scooter in this showdown has a completely different approach to their tire selection. The Ninebot Max has large, 10-inch tubeless pneumatic tires that are pre-slimed and the absolute best of the bunch, hands down. The large size allows these tires to roll over large cracks without losing traction or having tracking issues. On turns or in wet conditions, they will do the best job at form-fitting to the road for optimal performance. And without regard to suspension, they will also be the best at damping the ride. As they are tubeless and pre-slimed, they will be the least prone to getting flats out of any pneumatic tire style. The Emove Touring has an interesting mix for its tire configuration, and one that many people will prefer. It has an 8-inch pneumatic tire on the front and a similarly sized solid tire on the rear. The benefit to this rear solid tire is that it cannot get a flat. And as 96% of flats occur on the rear tire, those people that want the lowest possible maintenance on their scooter will appreciate this configuration. However, the solid tire will not do as good a job of sticking to the road in wet conditions, and as the brake is also on this tire, if you lock the brake up, the rear tire will skid easier. In regard to damping, the Touring's tires will do the worst job, but when combined with its best-in-class suspension, the deficiencies are more than equalized. Finally, the Apollo City has more standard, dual 8.5-inch pneumatic tire configuration. They are larger than the Touring, track better, are better for overall damping, and in inclement conditions. Winner, Ninebot Max. Round 7, build quality. The Ninebot Max has the highest IP rating of the bunch, followed closely by the Apollo City. Both of them can be ridden in light rain. The Emove Touring does not have an IP rating. Ninebot introduced a nice creature comfort in the form of a second charging port with an internal power adapter, allowing owners to charge the scooter with a simple Mickey Mouse power cord. Stated weight capacities are different on each scooter and are somewhat misleading. While the weight capacity of the Ninebot Max states 220 pounds, much heavier riders regularly ride this scooter with no issues. The weight capacity of the Touring is a whopping 308 pounds and the City in the middle at 265 pounds. Overall, the Emove Touring has a solid build and hefty parts, but lacks the fit and finish of the Ninebot Max. It has a ton of features, but could use refinement with the stem telescoping system, as after 200 miles, we have had some problems with the stem locking pin starting to and eventually failing. Also, after many miles with heavier riders, we noticed some minor stem wobble. The Apollo City has been through many generations, has robust parts, and is almost flawless. The only gripe we have in regards to build quality is the bolt that locks the scooter upright needs a bit of jiggling to be properly seated, otherwise it can fold on you while riding. However, you will know it is seated properly when it makes a satisfying click sound. The Ninebot Max is a simple design and has the best fit and finish of the bunch. The Ninebot factory also has the most production capacity, which seems to be somewhat related to quality control, as we rarely hear of any issues from other riders on this model. We cannot point to any issues we have ever had with this unit. No stem wobble or folding issues. It is not surprising that the Max was developed as a sharing scooter, built to take a beating and keep on ticking. Winner, Segway Ninebot Max. Round 8, safety. In an emergency, you need to be able to stop fast. And when looking at the differences in stopping distance, you can see that the Apollo City is the best of the bunch with dual mechanical brakes, a disc in the front, and a drum in the rear. Both the Ninebot and Emove have a single drum brake, so stopping distance is increased as much as 50%. All three scooters have a bell of sorts, not much difference between the bunch. However, the latest version of the Touring sports an additional horn. We have gone over tires in regards to safety, but to reiterate, you can think of the Touring as good, the City as better, and the Max as best. Finally, for night riding, the Ninebot Max has a high-mounted front light, a rear light, and some rear side reflectors. The Touring has multiple low-mounted front lights and a rear light. The Apollo City has low-mounted front and rear lights, but adds in stem and deck lighting, which really helps to instill confidence when riding at night. Winner, Apollo City. Round 9, customer service. Warranties are complicated, so you need to read the fine print for each of these scooters. The Ninebot Max and Emove Touring both have a 1-year warranty for major parts, while the Apollo City doubles that with 2 years. Overall support is really the best with Emove and Apollo, as they have US-based technical support you can reach via phone. Winner, Apollo City. Each scooter in this showdown is one of the world's most popular, and for a reason. For beginner riders who want something ultra reliable and safe, but with less bells and whistles and a lower top speed, the Segway Ninebot Max is a fantastic choice. For riders who want more speed, good range and power, and great ride quality, but don't have the patience for doing any type of repair, the Emove Touring would be a fantastic choice. Also, for riders who are taller or heavier, this is a good choice as well. For riders who want the best performance in terms of speed and acceleration, along with the best brakes to match, and best-in-class customer service, look no further than the Apollo City. This scooter is also the best for those that need to ride at night. If you want more details on any of the scooters in this video, or a coupon code to save some serious money, check out the video description. Until next time, ride safe and don't forget to wear your helmet.